What's going on, my friends? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Matt, and this is Near and Far Explorers. And today, we are over here at the Cuyahoga Valley National Park. And more specifically than that, we are over here at the Boston Mill Visitor Center. We're going to start our journey here, take a look inside, see what they have to offer, take a look in the area at these old buildings, and just enjoy the park on this blistering cold, snowy day. It's nice outside. It's cold, but it's nice and sunny. So it's time to go out here and check it out. Last week I've been sick, so I wasn't able to do too many adventures, but now I'm back and I'm ready, and I hope you guys are too. So let's go and check out Cuyahoga Valley National Park. Like I said, we're going to start our journey over here at Boston Mill Visitor Center. Been past this building several times. I think I've been in here maybe once or twice, but I don't really know what they have to offer in here. So let's go take a look and get visited by Boston Mill. Over here you can stop and grab a guide or a park map, and it tells you more information about the area. So let's go grab us a guide and see what they have to offer around here. This is pretty interesting. It says a river, canal, and a railroad town, and it shows the area that we're standing in right now as a photograph taken before the Great Flood of 1913 that destroyed the dam. Take a look at how different this area is now. The Boston Mills Visitor Center was actually the Boston Mill General Store back in 1913. Used to be a hotel over here, a dam, the Akron Bag Company, and several other locations in the area as well. Connecting north to Cleveland and Lake area shows we're here over at the Boston Mill Visitor Center. You see the big bridges right over there, the big roads that are adjacent to us right over there. I'll show you guys in a little bit here. And down here you can see the whole park. America's Byway Road, Towpath Trail, the Cuyahoga River, Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad. It's a pretty nice painting right here. And you can see some of the wildlife that's in the area, such as this bat, which is attached. And there's many different exhibits throughout this visitor center, such as this river watch, Healthy River, Healthy Valley, Healthy Valley, Healthy Ohio. How can we tell that the river is healing? By looking closely at what lives in and around it. Take a look underneath these magnifying glasses here and see what it takes to make a river nice and clean. Take a look. So one example is the northern hogsucker. They're common in Ohio, but they need clean water in order to look for the insects that they like to eat. Another example is down here. You can find bald eagles in the area. Parents need lots of fish to raise a family. And they actually have some over here near Station Road Bridge that they found back in 2007. So eagles are in the area, which is pretty awesome. And over here, eastern spiny soft-shells. These are river turtles that you could find in the area as well. And they also need clean water to survive. Here's some other things you can see in Cuyahoga Valley National Park. Of course, the canalway system. There's wildlife such as owls. The park does transform in the winter. It's a winter wonderland of sorts. You can go bird watching. I've been here to the Everett Covered Bridge. I made a video about that. Check that out. Also can find frogs out there, especially in the spring and the summer. Plenty of beautiful flowers. Just a really, really nice park system they have here. They also have scientists who track the cleanliness of the water. Murky water means that there's too much eroded soil and pollutants have washed into the river. And how do they do this? By using a machine similar to this to check what the water looks like. So you can see the cleanliness of the water by using these black and white Secchi discs. Here's a park map of the area as well, featuring different attractions you could check out. Brandywine Falls, Tinger's Creek Gorge, the Canal Exploration Center, Station Road Bridge. There are a bunch of different attractions in the area. Blossom Music Center is definitely a hot spot of activity. And they invite you to write things about your own personal sightings, your tips for the area, and memories that you have made. People seen a super cool owl at their Airbnb. And if you want to see some awesome wildlife, try the beaver marsh. And this kid had fun playing with a friend they made at their hotel. And this talks about how water shapes the Cuyahoga Valley and the different rocks that form because of said water, such as shale, sandstone, and conglomerate. They also say that there have been dinosaurs in the area. However, they have not found any dinosaur fossils. And you can see here how the water, such as the ancient rivers and the glaciers, have transformed the entire state of Ohio. Our Cuyahoga, you can see many different people coming out here to have fun. People fishing, bike riding, roasting marshmallows, walking their dog, playing with chickens, all kinds of cool stuff you can do right over here. This is pretty neat as well. This is an old picture of Brandywine Falls, and you can even see the mill that used to be there. Now, nothing remains of that mill other than bricks and just a lot of memories. This also discusses the history of the area going back 13,000 years ago when our ancient ancestors used to live here. Going back very, very far, 1600s, 1795, all kinds of different history, lots of fun facts about the area, and how the canal was a major component in U.S. history. There's also an area over here where you can create your own stanza. This is brought to you by the Kent State Wick Poetry Center. There's a kids corner over here where you can see different stuffed animals. But what's really interesting is down here you can actually see different things that belong to different animals, such as these deer antlers. Or this turtle shell. That's wild. That's pretty cool. They also have over here a real life pelt that you can touch. I believe this is a coyote. And you can see how different people come together to create different works of art, such as the waterfall here, a raccoon or a beaver. All kinds of kids come over here to put their own creative talents to use. There's also this three-dimensional map here that shows all of the hills and valleys in the area. Also, the different paths here such as the byway, the railroad, the river, and the towpath trail. So you can find out exactly where we're at and how to maneuver throughout the entire national park. There's also a map of the park with all of the different attractions that you can check out. It shows that we're right over here, Boston Mill Visitor Center. Right up the road there is Brandywine Falls, and it shows all of the different things that you can come and check out while you're in the national park here. This also talks about different things you could do, such as paddle down the Cuyahoga, ride a historic train, or follow a trail on your bike. Yeah, you can learn a whole lot being in there. The people who work there are very, very well informed about nature and the park system. So if you have any questions, you should really stop inside here and ask away. They love to talk, love to tell you everything about the Bay Area, and there's just a lot of information. Also, if you're looking for any kind of souvenirs, they have shirts and cups and hats and all that kind of stuff in there, bumper stickers. It's a pretty cool place, but right now, I want to go take a walk around and really enjoy this winter weather. This talks about all the wildlife that you can see since the horrible fire that happened back here in 1969. The river actually caught on fire, but since then the park has been making great strides in order to bring the beauty of nature back to the area. You can see bald eagles, river otters, and even beavers in the area. It's pretty wild that this river actually caught on fire back, was that 50 years ago? Pretty freaking crazy. So we'll cross the bridge and check out this little area on the other side as well. See, it is a kind of a cold winter's day here, but it's still pretty nice to get out here and really enjoy the weather. Yeah, it's kind of cold out, but honestly, it is really nice to get away from all the people that are usually here in the spring, in the summer, and the fall, because generally people don't want to come out here and go hiking and wander around in the cold. You gotta have nerves of steel to do that. But if you don't like crowds and you want to be able to experience this for yourself, then winter is your best option. Once again, we have a map of the area here on this sign. Talks about Boston Store Trailhead, because before it was a visitor center, it was a store. Welcome to Cuyahoga Valley National Park. And this talks about the Ohio and Erie Canalway, 110 miles, endless possibilities. Here is the towpath trail. Starts up there on Carter Road at Canal Basin Park in Cleveland and continues all the way down past Akron, past Massillon, all the way here to Canal Lands Park in Boulevard. I really love the look of this old-timey gas station here. I don't know if it actually still pumps gas and serves the public, but it is pretty cool looking. A retro 1940s, 1950s era gas station. Yeah, take a look at this old gas pump. That is pretty freaking cool. And they have another one over here too. That is really pretty freaking cool. They even have an old air pump over here too. That is a piece of history right there. Looks like that pipe might be new, so it might still be in use, but that is definitely a piece of Americana right there. And this old building here is also closed for the season because it's a little bit too cold outside. But during the spring, summer, and fall, you can come in here and take a seat on one of these rocking chairs on the porch here at the Conservancy and go inside and learn a little bit more about our national park. I think they might even serve snacks in there. I do remember getting ice cream here back when I was a kid. Maybe candy and soda, that kind of thing. Just a place to stop and stretch your legs and relax with nature. You can also find this old barn over here, which I believe goes all the way back to the 1800s. It looks like it was originally here when this was a thriving community. Yeah, it definitely gets pretty cold out here on the old towpath trail. But if you don't mind the cold and you dress appropriately, it is nice to come out here even in the dead of winter. As for me, I think I'm going to go back to my car because it is getting pretty freaking cold out here. Pretty freaking fast. I don't have any gloves. I got to go get some gloves if I really want to do some trail exploration in the winter. My hands are freezing. Let's go back to the car and maybe we'll go check out Brandywine Falls. I have to admit it though, even in the dead of winter, it is a beautiful national park. Very much underappreciated, but I sure as hell love it. Yeah, you can see that the river here is starting to freeze over. That water must be extremely, extremely cold. And the shore has already started to freeze over. Now, there are no restrooms inside of the visitor center, but you can walk right outside, and across the way they have this building which is heated and does provide an area for you to do your business. This is interesting. It talks about how they protected the Cuyahoga Valley, but some people were not very happy that they did protect this area. As in this picture, it says, "Thanks, now we know how the Indians felt." Very interesting. The Boston Mill Visitor Center also is a stop along the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad. So you could stop over here while you're on the train and grab yourself some souvenirs or learn a bit about the area. All right, my friends, as I promised, we're over here at Brandywine Falls. Very curious to see how different it looks in the winter versus how it looked in the summer. I was back here in July. That was the last time I was over here, but now it's middle of January, so it's going to be drastically different. Very excited to see how it's going to change. So let's go and check it out. Yeah, as you can see, everything is now covered in a thin blanket of snow as we walk over here to Brandywine Falls and walk across the wooden platform here, the boardwalk that takes us to the trail. Now, I don't think we're going to do the whole trail today, but I definitely wanted to see what the waterfall looked like in the winter. Never actually been out here in the winter before, so I'm very curious to see how different it's going to be. And I gotta admit, it's pretty nice out here. I do like taking this boardwalk over to the waterfall, and the trees do block a lot of the wind, so it's not as cold, but it's still pretty darn cold, you guys. Still pretty darn cold indeed. Yeah, you can really see how drastically different it is in the winter versus the summer. Look at those giant icicles hanging from the cliffside there. That is pretty freaking cool. That is awesome. And if you look down there, you can see the frozen creek. That is really cool, really cool. Look at that. It's even like a frozen mini waterfall over there. But look at those giant icicles. Look at the cliffs here. Look at the rocks all covered in snow. You can see the icicles hang up on those as well. And it's so freaking cool. The icicles buried in that cave over there in the corner of the crevice. It's freaking sweet. Yeah, check out these icicles. Just how they hang from the rocks here. It's so freaking cool. Look at that. It's like you're inside a cave with like stalactites, but it's not. It's all icicles. Very dangerous if one of these happens to break. But still, very, very, very cool. And look how cool the waterfall itself is. Under that sheet of ice right there. That is freaking sweet. That is so freaking cool. You can see all the giant icicles just hanging from the cliffside there. This is so cool. The water's still running, and you can see all of the ice that's gathered up right there. Wow. That's even cooler. That water must be freezing. Look at that. So freezing cold, but so wickedly cool. That is so cool. That is pretty freaking sweet. That is really, really cool. Just check that out. That is so sweet. Look at all that ice. All that buildup. It creates like a second waterfall over there in the corner too, because of all that ice. And you can see that really shiny brown reddish rock over there. It's the only thing that's exposed. Everything else is frozen over. That water's gonna be so cold too, man. So freaking cold. Yeah, just check that out. That is so cool. And normally, I don't think you can really see it from over here too well. But in the wintertime, since all the trees are barren, you can really get a great, great view of it. So cool. It is very snowy and icy on this boardwalk. So you have to be very, very careful where you're walking, because you don't want to slip and fall. That could really hurt yourself. Because this boardwalk is cool and nice. And an easy way to access the waterfall and all, but it is pretty slippery, especially here in the winter snow. And as you remember from that photo that I showed you over at the Boston Mill Visitor Center, this is all that remains of that mill that used to be on top of Brandywine Falls. Yes, it used to be the Champion Electric Company, and now all that remains are ruins of the mill that used to be here. But take a look at this. This is from the top of the waterfall. You can see the water still making its way through, careening over the ice and cascading down to the ravine below. Now you can see all the water is frozen over, but a river still carries on and goes through the icy water to the edge of the waterfall. Yes, it is absolutely freezing up here. My hands are about to fall off, but I had to come check it out. Look at this water. That's pretty cool too. Right underneath the bridge there. It is pretty cool in the winter, I must admit, especially with the icicles hanging from the side of the cliff and all of the snow that blankets everything. It is pretty freaking awesome. And now we're on the other side of the waterfall, but you can still see it through the trees here. It looks so cool. Just the whole area over here, the whole boardwalk you can see now. And there's the waterfall. Brandywine Falls, still powerful as ever, even in the dead of winter. Look at that bird. Even that bird over there is enjoying this beautiful waterfall. That is pretty freaking spectacular itself. Check out that bird. That is so cool. What's up, bird? Even this tunnel over here looks kind of cool, blanketed in all of the winter snow. Let's go walk through it and check it out. It's a pretty cool tunnel. Definitely for bicyclists in the summertime, but in the wintertime it has its own unique charm too. And it's the only place around here with no snow on it. It's really, really cold out here though. I'll tell you that much. It is absolutely freezing. I like the echo. That's pretty fun. And this part is pretty cool too. I like this area. It's definitely my favorite area of the entire park. Although, I really like Everett Covered Bridge as well, but there's something about Brandywine Falls that just speaks to me. Now it is time to get out of here and warm up. Got to get some coffee, I think. It is very, very cold out here. But thank you all for watching. Like I said, I appreciate each and every one of you. And if you want to see me continue on these adventures, please like and subscribe for more near and far explore content. We'll see ya. Whoa. Careful. That last step is a doozy. We'll see ya real soon. Thanks for watching.